Welcome back to my channel. I want to share with you that I have written my third book, and it's entitled Bringing Shadow Behavior into the Light of Day, Understanding and Effectively Managing Bullying and Incivility in Healthcare. I feel it's an important book for anyone who is in leadership or management within healthcare. When I was crisscrossing the country talking about this subject several years back, what was shared with me by nurse leaders was that 85% or so of the staff comes to work ready, willing, and able to do the right thing each and every day, give world-class care, give safe care, and work in a very cohesive and collegial manner. They want to have a good time while they're at work with their coworkers. That left us with the remaining 15%, which we will call disruptive behavior. What the leaders shared with me is, in their estimation, of the 15% of disruptive behavior demonstrated in our staff, 10% is really chronic incivility. Chronic incivility really being irritating behavior, showing up late for work, making faces, just acting sophomoric. But it doesn't do anything to really damage the person or target someone to belittle them. Chronic incivility is more of a nuisance and a disruption within the workplace that just really drains some of the energy out of everyone that is working with that person. That leaves the last 5%, and that 5% is true bullying behavior. Bullying behavior is that behavior that leaves someone feeling threatened, abused, humiliated, and vulnerable, and no one should come to work expecting or having to be, feeling like that. So the question becomes, if there was a 5% spike in anything clinical in our healthcare environment, 5% in pressure ulcers, 5% with falls with injury, 5% in urinary tract infections, would we not have a plan in place within minutes to address that fact? Why is it we do not then address the issue of 5% of the staff behaving in a bullying manner effectively? And that's what I discuss in this book. So some of the issues that I do address is really understanding the issue of bullying and how it's affecting our profession, owning up to our piece of the problem, because we do that, having some insights into the personality of a bully, and I believe my take on the personality of a bully is truly unique. I also talk about insights into the nature of working within chronic incivility and the price that chronic incivility on a particular unit in a department costs you. I talk about creating the framework of a culture of civility, and then I go on to really talk about how you need to document disruptive behavior in a very user-friendly manner, and then, of course, effectively manage that disruptive behavior. And I make the point, a very clear point, that the way you effectively manage a bully is very different than the way you effectively manage somebody engaging in chronic incivility. They are two different things. I talk about two different assessment findings and then two different management approaches. And then finally, I do offer you a short-term and a long-term solution to the problem of disruptive behavior in the workplace. It is extremely important, and I make this point in the beginning of the book, that you collaborate with your human resource advisor and administration when you're addressing the problem of disruptive behavior. But I think we have done a very good job of talking about it and identifying about it, but I've yet to see a lot in the literature that speaks about how to definitely manage it. And that is what my book offers.